See, I got that one. Whoa. Woo. Your little death mittens. Please don't get me with your death mittens. Please don't get me with your death mittens. Please. You get that rope, though. You get that rope all you want. Yeah. Get it. Get it. Hello, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm Hayoka Empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. I didn't know if I was going to do a talk today or not. I'm like, well, let's just do it. Pull the trigger, Marge. Anyway, we might have some rocking. We got a little orange cat down here. Tango, he's playing with the rope. He just had a couple kibbles to nibbles. Now he's in play mode. Little gray kitty's up in the cat bucket. That's what I call the top tier of this cat tree here. I call it the cat bucket. They come in after playing all day. They pour themselves into there. Brr. Usually Tango puts his feet over the edge and just hangs his little face over. He gets stupid tired. I love the critters. And we got Stan Lee's up on the ladder tonight looking. He always... He that's one of his favorite places to be because he can see the whole extension of the joint. He can see me sleeping and he can just kind of watch over. Huh, Stan Lee, kitty. And then the cats don't go up there, and if they try to go up there, he can just bat them down. Get away from me, you little vermint. So, things are getting weird. Just everywhere I go. I haven't been going on social media much lately. I've been disinterested. I didn't finish a cool story, though. See, that's the thing, is people gotta make their local areas. If everybody just makes that less of a shithole, just where you live, then slowly and surely the world will become less of a shithole. It's gonna get stupid. It's been getting stupid, but it just like, oh, it just mounts. It just mounts. And I was watching some of that footage of stuff that happened in Kentucky with the, I don't remember ever in my 47 years ever recall hearing of, well, it depends on the news source you read, because they all say something different, of, what was it, 20, 40, 60, 80, 60 tornadoes. That's, and the thing of it is they've been creating weather for a very long time. And so because I know that exists, and that the destruction in the photographs that I saw, that looked more like dews. Direct energy weapons. Stuff was obliterated, man. Just very suspicious. I just don't trust all the people that have all the money. They do weird things. These are the people that when they were kids, they freaking who's that? Is that my girl? Hey girl, what's up? Hey Luna, hit that hydration station, girl. They've always done weird stuff. When I was in the Air Force, it's just always been a pony show. It's like an extension of Hollyweird. I it's a trip, man. And are people seeing it? Are people seeing all the people getting arrested and stuff for being perverts? I'm so tired of the freaking sexual deviants, man. The perverts. The people with these sex addictions do weird stuff, man. The whole freaking society is crumbling because of them, because they can't keep shit in their pants. Men and women of all ages, all backgrounds, all colors, all shades. It's just something in people. Chasing sensations is what I call it. I've been perpetually single most of my life. You know. And I understand the importance of intimacy and but do people have physical relationships to be intimate anymore? I don't think so. I think it's all fuck it and chuck it these days. Is what I think. Yeah, that's never been my story. So I've been just mostly single. I've been in a couple relationships here and there, but those were about me, more about me learning lessons about me than it ever had anything to do with the relationship that I was in. Huh, girl? Anyway. But the astrology, you know, it hasn't disappointed. It hasn't been wrong. See, I look at astrology as potentials of energies of how things could be based on, you know, how people act, and how people act is based on their psychology, their frame of reference, you know. And the way I look at it, bottom line is ultimately either people are going to grow in their ego or they're going to grow in their spirit. And when people grow in their spirit, you start seeing people freaking being extra generous, like obnoxiously, weirdly generous. You start seeing, you know, to the extremes to show other people that, hey, you can do it. People don't do that. I fucking can't stand people who say that. People don't do that. People don't do that. No, you don't do that, you stingy mofo. No, it's you that don't do that. Girl, what you doing, girlfriend? You kissing me? Yes, yeah, this is awesome, yeah. And you kissing me? See, I think that's what makes me say it. We do a lot of voiceovers around here. Tuck, you're okay. No, you're not going out right this second. I am doing a video at a weird time. Doctor's been extra sensitive lately. He freaking... And then the little baby kittens don't know not to... Come here, baby. Come here. Come on. Good boy. Good boy with arty pants. Good boy. You're okay. Want me to turn off the lights? Not yet? We'll go do it in a minute. Oh, they're all coming out. So, weird stuff. Yeah, more and more people... More people getting around. I've been paying attention to the turnover for the last 3 years. I've been sharing a lot of my old videos. I just go to my videos list because I've done like 15. I don't know how. I've lost track. I know it's over 1,600 videos in the last almost 5 years. And I don't have it. I used to watch them when I'd upload them. But I haven't gone back and rewatched them, you know, but man, I have gotten older. I was like 42 then, you know. So much stress. And then there's a period of time I was drinking, so you could see where my ego was bigger than my spirit. Where my ego, because I was drinking for a while. I came to my senses. I had a moment of clarity, thank God. Thank God. I had a moment of clarity. This life isn't just about me and what I want to do. Never has been. I just try and look through the freaking silver linings and in the storms. Well, we've had a lot of storms. You know, life's been real hard for Mom. Then for me. Yeah. I was telling the lady I dropped some the Bud's Florist. I love them. They're my favorite florists here in town. I just love flowers. Everybody should get flowers. And I walk in there and I smell the smells. And I got a bunch of bouquets over the last year. And I thought, and so did I to this morning, I was like, well, I'm going to clear up some space and take some of these vases back to them. You know, maybe one day I can use them and like, you know. Then they're just kind of lady. And I was just like, you know, it's like... All of these freaking organizations exist, all these non-for-profits, all these agencies, all these offices, all these people that are employed by the gazillions all over the land to help people. And then I really been thinking about it. Like, how many people really get help? Like the VA, I myself, they were worthless. The VA homeless portion of it, pieces of shit, worthless. They still got a paycheck. Another guy I know, their pieces, they didn't really do much to help him either. Unless you're somebody. I guess. I called the VSO freaking months ago, never got a call back, but they're still getting paychecks, and taking time off at the holidays because, they're oh so busy freaking not doing their jobs. So I was talking, all this, and I'm like, it's another time I got to really rely on God and step out into faith, because housing market everywhere is shit. And now every time I see a natural disaster, I'm like, damn, that really, first and foremost, for those people that lost their lives, freaking sucks. I thank you for your contribution to Source, Heaven at this time, because it's your love is that it's going to carry us through this next chapter. For that, I'm grateful. And so, I was telling the lady, I said, well, maybe it'll count for something, I said, I am a female, and everybody cares about females, I am a veteran. Everybody cares about veterans, right? I take care of my elderly mom. She's 71. Everybody cares about the elderly, right? She had a stroke when she was 38. Everybody cares about the differently abled, right? Yeah. And then I'm like, well, maybe somebody will care about history and recognize the fact that her father was a man named Robert Stinson Yoakum, and that his father was a man named Robert Lee Yoakum, and that man was one of the founding businessmen down in Portales, so he's like one of the beginners of this state. So maybe that'll count for something, Who knows? We just want her forever, oh man. I don't want to move around anymore. If it were just me, I could live in very, very rustic, under very minimal means. I could live on next to nothing if it were just me. It's not. And I'm too tired and I'm getting too old to freaking do all I need to do. I'm ready for life to get a little bit easier. I've been listening to talks about how Venus is going in retrograde, man. I'm like, okay, what things have happened in my life that during these periods? Because that's when you find out, like, the crap. Like when you get to pull daggers out of your back and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, I bet Venus was in retrograde that day. Tanis told me that she came in, that she had relations with the girl that I liked for years and years. A roommate I had in the Air Force, or some amends you don't make, man. Leave people alone, man. If you're gonna see, people are all about cleaning up the past. Is that what's happening? Are people rectifying their past and people are making amends for the comms? Is that what's happening? Is that what's happening? People are looking at the last year and they're thinking about, man, I've really been kind of a selfish withholding person. Man, I've really been stingy in a lot of areas, so I'm gonna resolve this year to be more generous and more approachable and more kind and more loving. Is that what people are gonna start doing? Hey, and I have no problem with freaking people. I used to be a scoundrel. I was never really like shady though. I've never been a big liar. I don't know, I was a big drinker, so I don't know. We all have our stuff. Thing of it is as you get older, you're supposed to stop doing the stuff that keeps you from being the best version of yourself. And people aren't doing that either. They're not. And I was distracted for a number of years. I was distracted for a lot of years. Huh? I've always been a thinker, though. So I've always been trying to read between the lines. What's their motivation? Why would they do this? Why would they do that? And the narrative that is unfolding right now. God bless you, Stanley. It's kind of scary. But I've seen it in the movies. And you know, something else I've also seen in the movies, that usually the bad guy wins. I mean, the bad guy doesn't win. Usually the bad guy suffers a terrible death. Some are really freaking kind of a letdown. Malachi and Longmire's a letdown. Huh. Kitty. Oh, he's going to start running through the house. I wonder if these other cats are going to start wanting to play with him. He gets real rambunctious in the evening. He has been, Stanley. So. What else? I don't really know what's going on in the news. You know, I just know that, well, I just saw here pieces here and there about Kentucky, and I haven't really seen much, and I take everything I see with a grain of salt. I've been in IT for a long time. I know a lot about algorithms. Then long before that, I was in the Air Force, so I know about leading people's thinking. People have been leading people's thinking as long as people have been people. People have been trying to get people to act a kind of way. I've always hated that, man. Don't do that, Marge. Don't act like that. Don't be that way. I'm a contrarian. You tell me not to do something, enjoy the show. Yeah. And I hear more catchphrases, stuff that, you know, I believe to be true. So more and more people are starting to talk. I'm still ready to talk shit about all these practitioners, these people that call themselves healers and practitioners. I don't know. Even if they're just, and even if they're astrologers, stuff like that. But start, you know, keeping on. First of the year, a lot of people are going to tie down their stuff. It's going to be membership only. Dude, this is not the time to freaking shut people out. I will just continue to be spirituality, shadow, and light. You know, kind of a. I'm kind of a teacher. I've been collecting data a long time. I mean, I've sat in a lot of chairs and listened to a lot of people at a lot of podiums talk about their belief systems to see if mine were in alignment with theirs. And I don't sit in any of those groups or organizations these years later. You know? You just find out what, you know, people try things on. Is this for me? Church or religious science? No. I had Baptist on my freaking, dog tags. What else? Protestant, Jesuit, noob. None of it. None of that stuff is for me, man. None of it. Getting quiet, connecting to source, God, you know, connecting to a higher power. Listening, receiving, and then praying, asking, please help. God, I've been saying that a lot. My little prayers lately have been, God, please help. Thank you. Amen. That's it. And I do it like a freaking every time I think about it during the course of the day. That's all you need, because couple days ago I was cussing him out, so we're not really on the best of speaking terms right now. I'm a very willful being, so relinquishing control, man. It's been a hard lesson for me to learn, but you can do it. And I got to do a pretty cool meditate state last night. That was pretty rad. So I know what to do to calm my own disease. I just get tired of having to calm my own disease, Why can't I just be, okay, I'm at ease? Why can't it be like that? Why do I gotta have to work so hard? Why do some of us have to work so hard for things? Other people I look around, they don't work hard for nothing. Who works hard? Not even the people that work hard used to work hard anymore. Everybody got all freaking lazy and slow. It's extremely disappointing. Anyway, so I was going to tell a story the other day when I went into the of shift in consciousness, and how people should pay attention and notice it in your own proximity and people you're talking to. Just like, if you notice people like changing their diet, maybe they're not drinking soda so much, just little start, well, there's this guy in the tack shop that freaking, I moved here a year ago, and then like couple months after that I stopped, and I was like, I hadn't seen him, and I was like, what happened to your brother? And it's a brother sister operation there, and the woman had said that he had fallen, there was a hole, and he'd fell, and he was like really heavy set and overweight, and he freaking fell, and like it threw his gut, and he ended up in the hospital, and they ended up with the virus, because it pulled all that tissue away. So that's when that happens, it just gives that fluid rushes in, and we all know how that so he was a mess for months, right? Like months. Ended up having to go to a rehab facility. But to hear that man take responsibility for himself was really quite refreshing. And that's what I really like to hear. And that man, he said, I wouldn't have gotten as sick as I would have if I wasn't so darn unhealthy. And that's the thing, is like, this whole thing has been going on 2 years now, right? It'll be 2 years before you know it, fly as fast as time goes by. And what happened? Are people getting more fit? Notice who's getting more fit. Who's changing something to make their lives better? Who's making a little bit different decisions so that tomorrow is going to be a little bit different than today was. Too many people keep doing the same thing, man. The planet ain't ever going to change people doing the same thing over and over. That's insanity. You think the outcome's going to come out different when people keep doing the same thing? Nope. It's a time for extreme measures, man. People got to go deep within and say, what is the asshole in me that keeps reflecting the asshole everywhere else? It sucks. Sucks to have to do that. Knowing when I'm wrong in every situation. Sometimes I don't care. But I know when I'm wrong in every situation. Pretty much. Some music isn't sucking these days, but freaking, I don't know, music's been sucking. Oh well. So yeah, I don't really know, but yeah, it was really cool just to hear that man, acknowledge that he wouldn't have gotten that sick, and it's his own. But what has he done? He's changed his behavior, and he is more fit now, and that's really cool. So people are doing it, That's a weird light. Tucker's leg is hanging off the couch. You're so cute, Tuck. I've been crying because all this energy. There's no place for me to go. There's nothing for me to do. I'm really... this is what I'm like, I'm trying to spend money, right? The thing is I'm a healer. And when opportunities are given to me to advance in the things that I can do to help people heal, it's like, it's kind of a no-brainer. So I went to Wally World yesterday, and I probably would have bought a laptop yesterday, but I couldn't find anyone to help me. So, I just take that as divine time says no. And then I start, because I have an opportunity to get a license for man, I take a lot of pictures. I can't believe they named that doofus Man of the Year. This is what he looks like with his new haircut. Never. The frickin' muskrat. I hate that guy. I can't stand him. He is so annoying. That's why he works all the time. Nobody wants to just... I gotta pray for him. That sucks. Fucking praying for people that you fucking suck. So this is me in high school. 1992. That's hilarious, man. I probably had green Doc Martens on too, my friend Joyce's. What I'm looking for is a screenshot of what this program is called. I thought I took it. Let's see if it's in favorites, albums. On my cloud, I'm almost 51,000 pictures, and this is just from like 2016. And then not to mention all the photographs that I've taken that over the years, back when I just get the disposables and stuff. It's hilarious. I did a side-by-side of me in high school. And that was in Omaha in like 2014, 2015. It's funny. Always just done my own thing. I didn't take a picture of. Anyway, this program, I can make... It's a frequency program, and it heals people with frequency. See? And you put... See, which also opens up a new market for an item. But I have no idea. I would have to look. I gotta make the prototype. See, that's the thing. God needs to make sure that I get a nice space that I can have an inventing shop. See? So I can just make these things. See? So, anyway, you put your headphones on your gut, on your stomach, and then, or sometimes your top, your chest, sometimes, I don't know, I guess there's different but she's had me just put it on my gut, my sacral chakra in that region. And then it plays these frequencies while I'm doing my ionic foot bath, okay? And I have an opportunity to get a license for this program. See, the cool part that I'm super stoked about, the medicine that I make, my good karma cookies and things like that, I can set my already freaking Heyoka intention, of healing and goodness that I put forth in every one of them I hand, I make them with love, man. And it shows. It's evident. And but I can use this program, and for people that have specific ailments, I can saturate it like what the bleep we know, man. And I can put healing vibrations into infused butter, whatever, So this just expands my ability to help people. Yeah. So I just pretty much I already bought the Windows, because I gotta buy a Windows machine, and they're so cheap, and I ain't buying a Chromebook. I already got one with Apple on it. This thing might as well be a freaking Apple Chromebook. It pisses me off. I bought it. Because now the models, they put the freaking USB ports back in. Because probably people are like, why are you stupid? Why did you take out all the freaking... There's no port. There's just a power port. That's it. There's a thing that I could probably buy a little docking station so I look those up, but maybe they'll work, maybe they won't. you know. People give a shit about technology too much anyway. So, anyway, Tuck, don't fall off, baby. Don't fall off, bud. Be easy. Be easy. Be easy. Good boy. Good boy. Stay the boy. Good boy. Mom already went to sleep. I was out laying down, came out, and she was already asleep. It was like 5:15. So, I wish I could I just want to sleep. I just want to sleep. Last night I slept pretty okay, but I want to sleep all the time. I love because to me, sleeping is my spirit in higher dimensions, you know, where things are more reasonable. This 3D shit is stupid, man. The way people are choosing the way they live their lives, man. It's just what they're signing off on, you know, what they're doing. It's getting hard to watch. Tuck, alright, I'll turn off the flashy lights. He doesn't like the flashy lights. Sometimes he's just so sensitive. So I've probably been talking too long as it is. Every time I go by the post office, man, it is so jam-packed. Everybody's like, oh, sending stuff. I think I'll just not even worry about it and just wait until after to send my stuff out after the rush, the madness is over and it dies down. Like, hey! Oh, is that you? Are you just being a verbal derble? I didn't mean to. There it goes. Here he comes. The man of the house, Stan Lee. Cute as can be, Stan Lee. So, it's been cold too. It's been cold. We're so blessed, man. Had the heater just kicked on. Man, so many years we didn't have heat. And I really feel for those people that are out right now, and that's the thing is, man, I want a place, hopefully God will see fit that it'll happen, you know, because there's a need for one, and I've never seen one. It's a traveler's center where, you know, the poor people, when they break down, they can come and crash, you know, get a warm bite to eat. Can't be on the booze, though. I will have that. I'll have a locker out front if people are boozers, because I know a lot of them exist. Can't have it, man. Can't. Nope. We will clash. We will clash. Because I will see me in you, and I will not like it. So just easier to stay out of a problem than it is to get out of one. So I'll just keep lockers out in the front at the entryway, and people could keep their stuff in there. Drunks are just the worst, man. I know they don't mean to be, but people have free will and a choice. So when they do terrible things because of alcohol, it seems like a no-brainer, and I couldn't see it for years, to make the choice not to drink. Then you don't do the terrible things, you know. I had the eyes to see, and I hope more and more people do. It's just an awful, awful thing, and I'm tempted so often. I want to so bad. I love Oblivion, man. I love it. I love Oblivion. I love not caring. Indifference. Oh, I love it. I don't get to live there. That's not a place for a person like me that should even visit. So I just don't do it. Because I care less. I do things and I make choices that are not good for everyone around me. So I don't do it. So I know a lot about how getting rid of demons and helping people get rid of demons, and, you know, working on addictions and stuff like that, and healing, you know, and I'm learning more and more all the time. I was like, God, send me a teacher, and God did, you know. So now I'm focusing a lot of my energy on, God, we need a forever home, because I'm really tired of moving. I want to have a place where people can come visit, gosh darn it, you know. Because I'm tired, and traveling isn't fun. I get pissed off as it is, and then everybody I won't do it. So I don't mind road trips and stuff like that. But it's not now. It's not for a now. It's not it's winter. It ain't road tripping time. So anyway, I think that's about all I got for now. I'll be back soon.